Man, I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the, the people out here, all the love, everybody coming together, $510 day.
You feel me? All heart, all hustle. You feel me? Real hip hop. Oh yeah, big shout 510 day, Oakland. We still out here, man. Gentrification. You know what I'm saying? The soul is still here. Oakland is the soul of the Bay Area. What you heard, and we still out here.
Well, we know a few things. First, she's part of a larger campaign. It wasn't a random person. She's somebody who, if you go on to any of the alt-right marches or the neo-Nazi things that they had up at Berkeley, she's been a part of that. That's where when I saw the video, I was like, she looks familiar. And then somebody else, a lawyer out here said, that's who that is. So she's somebody who has been around, and their little campaign is to call the police, over any little thing, and, basically use the police as a tool of disruption for people of color, If I look at that larger campaign, they'll do it for Latinos. If you recall, that same group that I think she's connected to came up to the cafe in the Fruitvale, and they started chanting "Call ICE." If you're Arab or Muslim, they calling up talking about they think you're doing terroristic stuff. So that sets off a whole process where you get surveilled. People show up at your mosque and everything. And obviously with black folks, as we saw here, you got that lady in the building over there. She called up before people even got here. You see what I'm saying? But they had already circulated a flyer about 2 weeks ago telling people to do that with instructions and what to say and what have you. So people need to know that and stay alert. And when people file a false report, which is what I'm talking to some of these folks about, you follow up and you take the appropriate action, either a lawsuit or you press charges, because that's a waste of my money. That's a misappropriation of my funds, and I pay a lot of taxes here. That's something that's happened all around the country. So call the police if you see them, if you seem out of place. And this is something that goes all the way back, during Jim Crow eras. So that's a hard back. He looked at the woman, so call the police. So that's all this is just a revisiting of an old tactic that's been around for a long time. What I would say, as we saw in the case here, this is when your allies got to step up. This is where your white allies, folks who are racial justice minded, they need to step up and film and be witnesses. And like the person there, they had people that was like, oh, I got this, let me handle that. And that's what diffused that, because the cop was talking to this one white lady, but then you had somebody else that's like, nah, that didn't happen. And I got receipts.
Based on the fact the cops already been called before they even started the music, it's gonna be interesting. We're here to support and make sure they don't.
You saw the video of the woman sweating her barbecue. How you think about that?
Trust me, the same way everybody else felt violated. She might show it. Let's see if she shows up today though. I want to Instagram. Let her show up today though. She wasn't ready for the complaint.
Yeah, that just happened. 510 day, we've been doing this our 3rd year. So we've been doing this for a minute. But that shows the reason why we need to be out here. They called the police on us earlier. The police came here talking about the music was playing. We literally just started playing music 10 minutes ago. This happened about an hour and a half ago. They came saying that there were complaints about microphone talk, all this stuff. We ain't had nothing playing. So, it all coincides because it happens on the regular. They're calling the police on us. They're criminalizing us for being black, for being brown, for being at the lake. And that's why we're here. That's why it's essential. This is a central spot. You know what I'm saying? We from here. I'm from the lake. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Lakeshore motherfucker through and through, you know? So that we here to show them. When I say them, I'm speaking of everybody who's anti the culture of Oakland. The culture of Oakland is black and brown folks, you know? So that's what it is.
I brush it off and keep doing what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I was born and raised here. I'm gonna continue to live here, and if they don't live my life, you know, they can go back to where they came from. That's my buddy's wife that was with me. Yeah, that's my buddy's wife. And she did a good job on the video. I give a big shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I didn't expect it to go this big. I mean, it warms my heart to see how much support, from just the Oaklanders themselves, you know, people from other states. I was surprised when my dad called me and told me he seen the interview on the news.
Now, I'm sure it was frustrating.
It was frustrating, it was anger, but you know, I had to show my composure on it because I know that's what they wanted to get out of me. They wanted that black, you know, aggressiveness, that black anger to show out so, you know, they could do what they do best and, you know, play victim.
Any other shouts out you want to give?
Man, I just want to give out a big shout out to the whole town of Oakland, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm not leaving Oakland. I'm gonna give a big shout out to all street looks, Oakland Bay area. Y'all keep it live, keep it doing what you're doing. I appreciate you guys.